Hey, my December Daily friends. I am coming to you with day 4. Day 4 in my album. We just worked on the hot cocoa bombs spread, just a little flip out, a 6x8 flip out. I actually am probably going to do a bit more to this page. Not right now, but I have decided that I want to cut these out and hinge them and show the other cocoa bombs that we made. Hopefully I have pictures of all of them. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so that one is what we are working on the back with. So this day, my boys and I went to, roller skating or pancakes with Santa, pretty much was what it was, at a roller rink here that's just down the road from us, actually. And so we're going to document that up right now. This is just going to go on the back of this, and then we are actually going to use one of these little tag things. I still have all of these left from last year. Again, trying to use my stash. So let's get started. Pretty excited to get this one done and keep on moving through this project. All right, guys, so let's get started on this project. We're going to first, of course, start off with cutting all of the things out. This is a full page 6.85 by 8.25. And then I just cut a piece of, I don't even know how tall this was, to tell you the honest truth. I think it was about 2.5 inches by like 7.5, somewhere right around in there. I did that in Photoshop and didn't really take measurements. I did it purely on just like how it looked. This spread is definitely inspired by another Pie or whatever her name is. I always mess it up. It's a little bit inspired by that. Definitely took a different turn and took a few elements from other spreads that I seen also. So the theme of this year is definitely using supplies that I have on hand as much as possible. And these little envelopes that we had last year were super cute. I just never got the chance to use them last year. So I figured this would be a perfect little place. So that was a picture of my little guy looking as Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus walked in the doors. I thought that was pretty cute. And it was a good place for journaling and something different. Eventually I am going to mount this little envelope set. Here we go. I'm trying to figure out paper now. This is probably what took me the longest of this spread. I just couldn't find anything that I liked. This ended up coming together, I guess. It's probably not one of my favorite spreads, but you know what? I used a lot of my supplies, and that is more important to me right now than anything, actually. So I am just putting a little spot for the number to go down here. This red grid paper is from L Studios, another paper pack from L Studios. I am going to be putting the black 4, and that's pretty much the reason why I ended up choosing the black paper to mount the tag on, is to bring that black over. So here we are using this stamp set once again. If you just watched my day 3 video, I really am trying to find ways to use this stamp set, as I just feel like I haven't seen it much in the community. You know, it is what it is, and some people, it's a harder set to use, I would have to say. I love it. There was also a pretty close set to, I think it was Hey Swap came out with one. But you're going to see these lovely mistakes that I leave once again in here. Is this word does not fit, so I end up stamping out Pancakes with Santa. But Pancakes does not fit. I try it again, and I was gonna write pancakes in the serif font or the regular font, and Santa in the scriptier font. I guess you should say. I don't know if this is really too scripty. And that didn't end up working for me because I ended up forgetting to leave space on the bottom for that flourish. But third time was a charm, and as you can see here, I finally got it. I did have to leave a little bit off those A's for Santa, but going back through and just using the littler font for Pancakes with Santa. Do I wish that this was a teeny bit cleaner? Yes, but you know what? By the end of this, I was pretty happy with it. Again, like I said, this wasn't probably one of my favorite spreads, but it works, and you know, not every spread is going to be your favorite, right? So, all right, so there's that black 4. I think it ends up working well. The only thing that I do wish, which I understand why this place, you know, put the backdrop that it is. I wish they would have used a little bit more of a Christmassy backdrop. I didn't want to change the picture too much and put a whole, you know, white background behind it, but I also wasn't obsessed with the 4. I really was trying to look for a white one, so I went into my stash, as you can see here, looking at the 14 and the 4 or 24s to see if I could make something out of that. But all I had was the same 4 that I had in white. I didn't want the gold, as I didn't include gold in this one. So I ended up, like I said, going with the black. I think it ended up turning out fine, and I was just thinking way too much into it anyways, especially since I did choose that black paper as the base of my tag. So, all right, so let's get started working on the tag here. I just ran the tag through my printer. Actually messed up on that too. That was my own fault, not the printer's fault. But I have plenty of these, and honestly, if I need to reprint one, if I want to use another one, I will just print it digitally, pretty much. All right, so I am using a tag that I had in my stash to be a template, because once I cut these things, they never go right. So I just used a teeny tiny bit of adhesive to keep it down, so it wouldn't move around too much, and then use this just as a template on the back of this one. Then from here, let's see, I'm not sure exactly what I do from here. I think from here I end up putting the, let's see here. Using my hole punch, of course, to put that down. Now the hole is not quite as big, and I have still not gotten out, guys. I haven't left my house, and I mean, I go out a little bit, but I really haven't left my house. It's been so cold in Michigan. Today is the first day that it's warmed up a little bit, so maybe I'll venture out today. But yeah, I still haven't gotten out to get any tag or ribbons or anything. So now I am putting my photo on the back of this. This is, or oh no, I'm sorry. I am putting the tag down. There we go. Moving it over, almost forgetting to move it over for the holes. So thank goodness I do remember that. Punching my holes in that. Now I'm going to do the tag and get that ran through my printer, as you're about to see. There we go. I just use a teeny tiny bit of adhesive, of course, and that is kind of how I do it. I print it out on the copy paper and then put my, you know, card down on top of it so I know exactly where it's going to print. Put a little bit of washi, and I usually use a teeny tiny bit of adhesive. So I wanted Just a little embellishment. I don't want too much on this because obviously it has to go in this pocket, but I do want a little bit, and then putting my photo on the back of this of him actually skating, because obviously that was what he was there to do. I felt like it just needed a little bit of embellishment. I did around the corners of everything because obviously, as you see, the tag or the envelope, whatever you want to kind of call it, has rounded corners. So I do go around and round on all of my corners to match. So it was definitely a bit more rounded because I didn't have that exact round, but it matches. Once you do this, you can't even tell. But yeah, a little bit of him because he is always in the best outfits. So he is my child that loves to pick his own outfits, and we kind of just let him. So he was in his ugly sweater with a Santa hat, his red shorts, and black leggings, and that's pretty much black leggings, and his shorts are pretty much his staple. But we had a lot of fun, and it was good to see him get out there and do something that he doesn't normally get to do, because unfortunately my oldest has always hated skating, so I was horrible and never took him. And he loves it, guys. He's been now since this, well, no, one other time he was before this. He's been skating about 3 or 4 times, and I might take him up this week or next week too. So, we'll see. And we've been ice skating, which is one of the next stories that I'll be telling here soon. So, all right. So that is all put together, and that is pretty much going to wrap up this whole spread. Oh, I do have to put this down. I did not put it down. I forgot. I'm just pointing there. Like, I just really wish that the colors, I could have put a white gradient on this to cover that up a little bit, camouflage it a little bit more. But I wasn't going to reprint this picture. We are past Christmas, and I'm like, I am just trying to get through these. I'm only on day 4, and I am definitely trying to get through this project, right? Because I am now so far behind in my project life that it's going to take me a while to get caught up on that too. So, all right, guys, and there is that. Thank you guys so much for following along. Day 5 will be up soon. I'm about to start working on that. Hopefully day 5 and day 6. And like I asked in my video last, the time before this, I would love to know if you'd like to see more. Do you like to see like longer videos? Like 30, 40-ish minutes long where I can get 2 spreads done, or do you like it day by day like this? I would love to hear your opinion down below, and I would love to also know what was your favorite activity from December. This one isn't quite yet, but the day 6 coming up where we go ice skating was probably my favorite, and a bucket list for me. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much for being here, and definitely hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. I will talk to you soon. Bye.